This week we're looking at reading and writing, although I don't really like the labels reading and writing. Reading suggests reading pages on paper. And really, when we add technology, it's a different kind of reading in a digital environment. So there's notions of hypertext involved. That is, you're much more likely to get links between one part of a text to another, or between words in the text and annotations, or between one text and another text. And also multimedia, so it may have text and video together, text and sound together. You have a very richer world, and so it's hard to work out actually how this digital literacy relates to traditional notions of literacy. And so you can use the technology environment to improve regular reading. But there's also other things going on, and perhaps other things which students need to be able to work with. And similarly with writing, I used to write using pen and paper or a typewriter. If it's a longer, more formal piece. And that's a little bit hard to go back to in various ways. And so during the 80s and early 90s, word processing became quite widespread. And at conferences, you'd see kind of waves of papers where language teachers discovered word processing and discovered the benefits of word processing for language learning and for teaching writing. And so you get these papers about how you can use word processor for editings and revisions, and this tied in conceptually with the idea of writing as a process rather than writing as a product. And we might also consider what we have gained by using computers for writing, and then also what we've lost. I mean, thinking about writing a paper or something using a typewriter versus using a word processor. There are kind of advantages and disadvantages of each method, although I wouldn't like to write a paper using a typewriter. There used to be kind of special programs too for L2 learners, special writing programs, write paragraphs or to use more second L2 learner-centered feedback on grammar and so on. I think generally people are using Word. There might be some add-ons that some people are using for their language students, and people who have their own kind of web environment at the school or university might also be able to tailor that for the needs of their students. Another aspect of the digital writing environment is kind of diversifying. So we have emails, we have tweets, we have blogs, we have wikis for collaborative writing. So again, this digital environment is quite rich and quite varied, and again, quite distinct really from a pen and paper type of environment. And the other issue to consider in relation to technology and writing is the automatic analysis of writing. I mean, obviously the computer can't understand an essay or a text and judge its kind of semantic coherence. But you can imagine that a computer could give some kind of feedback to students, or you could also imagine that there might be quite a close correlation between the grade assigned by a human rater and the grade assigned by a computer assessment. Obviously there's quite a few issues there, and the computer could only look for certain formal characteristics. It's kind of interesting to think about that, and how would you design a program which checked for writing level, just in terms of beginner, intermediate, and so on.